EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go on EA Sports. Start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the central throw applied out to R.J. Harvey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Levis. Levis across midfield inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, it's one thing to complete the first pass of the year, but to complete your first deep ball, oh, that's got to feel great for him right now because he's worked on that the entire offseason as well. But if you see it downfield, your guy catching it, you know he feels great.
Uncork the arm a little bit, get the cobwebs dusted off. Now he's ready to roll. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This receivers have spread the defense out. They're able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Again, it's Harvey. Now, strong run there as he maneuvers his way down inside the 15. Now, first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Harvey. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way. We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, they're dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Levis to throw it. They'll swing this out to Harvey. He's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. R.J. Harvey, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as they will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. As hard as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Deep one for Johnston. This is intercepted.
As a result, it's an easy interception.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Levis looking to throw. Solid gain of 27.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Levis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows into the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people actually.
Well, he's able to break out one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit on the line.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try to get back in this game?
Richardson out of the shotgun. Now he's going to step up the line. And that falls to the ground incomplete. And there's Chandler buying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And Richardson back to throw it. Pass complete down in the corner. Completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. He's going to air one out. His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And the Bucs are going to have it here just past the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? Now the game's being played, figure out both ways and try to find a way to win.
It was Daniil Hunter to make the play in the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Levis back to throw. And he caught that cut. And he gets us to the other side of the field across the 45 before going in. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down. Back to throw, it's Levis. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Levis. And that'll be
certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Levis throwing forward on fourth. Looking outside, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team has
intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Picked up by Javon Howard. And the Buccaneers are going to take over. Curry on shot in midfield. Now, I'm not sure if the rules, Charles, are coming completely wrong, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now think about what Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with Hardy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they continue that 2nd and 12 after the loss. Intercepted. Julian Love puts it. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Looking to put a drive together. At their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. As he throws the incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll be taken in here by McCool. Barrett is well upfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And they'll go down the line before getting us inside the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now they'll take this and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Here's Carlos Turner. That's complete. He's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First carry for the Iron short. And it fires right down inside the 10 of the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Howard.
When a team advances as far as they did down through the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, the end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Thomas sets up the throw here. Catch is made. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cooper Kupp, 41 yards. And the Bucs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30. Richardson looking to throw this. He's going to go down. After the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Richardson looking to throw. That's caught on the sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Puka Nacua, 40 yards. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Play after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A good return up past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
And that's the kind of return that warms the heart of the special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, none of that. They're on meetings, they're on practice time. Heck, they're on spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, around with Harvey. Just short of nothing. But they move this all the way down to the 9. 68 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
On 1st down, back to Harvey. And after the big game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Once more with Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? He'll look to throw. Touchdowns at 21.
Set to kick off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored a touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits. So you feel like just to keep pace, this squad probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Richardson working from the gun. They'll find Metcalf. Some strong running. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now it's Richardson. Quinn Johnston, 26 yards. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to keep the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board.
Gabriel Davis, 63 yards. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Slay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Slay now to kick off after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here for intermission. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Richardson. He's going to step up and run. He will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the shotgun, Richardson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And Richardson going to move him around. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that will get a hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll bring up second down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Levis. And Colts on for Davis. And is incomplete. And working down all the way inside the Atlantic's 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Levis to throw it. That's caught. It's in the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Marvin Mims in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers with extended lead just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Good move. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play almost perfect second half to have a side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Quentin Johnston already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Right after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Working from the gun, here's Levis. It's a shot and complete to his tight. They're giving 4 yards there. And it'll be second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now how about this? They'll change it at the line. Here we go, 4th down, Levis. Levis caught. This running field across the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. the 44-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. On the handoff, Hardy. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Levis, how to go on 3rd down. Time for Carr. That will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one lines up incomplete.
I'm not sure about that. Did they stop him? They did. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And that will force a turnover on downs.
19 strikes.
Here's Richardson, throwing to start the drive. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. And Richardson back to throw it. Now they'll take this and run. Just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. 2nd and 10. 3rd quarter of the season opener. Looking to throw. Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. A dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, it's Richardson. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. I'll call it the 26. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that change right here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
And we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Levis. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Handoff, here's Hardy. And there was yardage here, back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. The 37-yard line.
Levis looking to throw. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Levis from the gun. It's caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Harvey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. We'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it'll be second and 8. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. From the 38 now, here comes second and 8. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. Another gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Here's Levis. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Levis throwing 4 on 4th. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything.
Here's another interception. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Bucs are going to have a short field here as they take over right at the 50. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game. You make a big play. It can make everything turn out just okay.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Levis back to throw. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. In motion goes the tight end. And with Chubb. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. You got to create a turnover because one more score.
Touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Next to quarterback slide is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason is not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. These fans just kind of assign themselves right now. Now Richardson. Deep one for Johnston. My goodness, another interception. There he goes So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
First and 10 at the 20.
Richardson. Of 7 by multiple defenders.
Come on. Hey, that's Panther 11. Hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. His hands are very sentimental to how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Catch is made by Metcalf. Now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Looking to put a drive together. Levis sets up the throw here. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. This is taken out. It's complete. Just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And just not enough for the throw there. They're on his feet and incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved in offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Levis ran it last time. Here he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Slide able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second
insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to it's caught inside the 30.
And he's brought down after a very nice game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun. The RPO will keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about 21 and 22. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Richardson to throw. That's caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Richardson looking to throw this. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just throws this one. Smart decision here. This close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Taking down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
1970 Timberwolves.
Now it's Richardson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put a monitor for, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's got a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Going 4 on 4th, here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert any turnover. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this has been quite a performance. And Ramos tosses his 3rd interception of the game. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make it.
It's a downward catch. And it's caught. They're going to see this one at the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles.